So several other people have contacted me. I've done a couple other podcasts that haven't been aired yet. And I guess 4 of the top 10 podcasters, and that's an elusive number. What is the top 10? Everybody's got a different number, okay? iTunes, YouTube downloads, blah, 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 blah. But anyway, 3 or 4 of the alleged top 10 podcasters I've been interviewed by, and there's 2 or 3 more that I'm going to be interviewed by. And so it's really opened up Pandora's box. Well, part of that Pandora's box has been, it was suggested, he says, Dan, have you ever thought about a documentary or a reality show? Well, as it is, I had considered it many years ago, but I decided not to do it. But now I have a talent agent, William Morris, WME, are my agents.
Big agent.
Big, they're the first or second, depending on how you count the numbers. Biggest talent agent, Ben Affleck and Tom Cruise and those kind of guys. And the interesting thing about it is they call me a talent and being discovered. Now, I'll be 70 my next birthday. And all of us, I'm a talented guy in a lot of ways, but I've never been called a talent. And I sure as hell have never been considered as a new discovery. But they put me in touch with production companies. In fact, I had an audition about 4 days ago. They wanted to see if I had camera presence, if I had the same charisma in front of a camera.
Didn't they watch your London Real episode? I mean...
Amen, brother. That's exactly what the fuck I said. Anyway, I flew to London. I did it. And then at the last minute, just before, 24 hours before I'm going to go on screen, they said, we'd like to bring in a foil protagonist.
Ooh.
And so I thought to myself, and of course my agent is thinking I'm going to say no. And I said, well, what the fuck, I don't care. And so anyway, so we went and we spent about a half an hour, 40 minutes going through my spiel, this before on camera. And they said, oh, we don't want you to waste all your good stuff. We want to put you on camera now. And so I looked at them directly and I said, I could do this from today till tomorrow. I've got a million stories. And so they brought in a kid, 24-year-old kid, named Ollie.
Okay.
And I felt sorry for the kid. When I asked 6 different times, do you want me to be the real me? Do you want me to do the full Monty? Do you want me to rip off his head and shit down his neck? I went on and on and on. Absolutely. I said, okay, I know how to do this. So I'm in a room, they're filming me, similar to this setup with a bunch of cameras. And the kid walks in and he goes to sit down. Hey, you're not fucking sitting down. You're an out of work fucking kid, dopehead bum. You stand when you talk to me. That's how the interview started. And
he wasn't prepared. Did he know who you were?
Yeah, well, no, I don't know if he knew. Okay. He was 24 years old, semi-unemployed. He sold kebabs.
Okay.
But he sold vegetarian kebabs. He will not touch...
Was this a Dragon's Den scenario? Was he trying to pitch you something?
No, yeah, he wanted to pitch me how he can turn his life around. Was I interested? Okay. And he not only can't eat meat, he can't touch anything that touched meat, and he can't look at meat. I said, what the fuck? Are you for real? Anyway, and he came, he was wearing a kind of a wrinkly shirt and a pair of jeans, and I went through and asked him about profit margins and all this stuff, and he didn't know anything. How much do you make a week? I make between 100 and 300 pounds a week. Between 1 and 300. Well, are you closer to 100 or 300? And we drilled down, and he didn't know anything. And so I said, you dropped out of school. Why'd you drop out of school? Because I didn't like the structure. I didn't have to like showing up on time. And he went through this whole litany of things that is what you would normally want an employee to do. But he didn't like any of them. And at the end, I said, so you're a shiftless bum? He says, yeah, I guess so. And then I said, you're a fucking mama's boy? Yeah, I guess so. Your dad thinks you're shit? Yeah, he does. And I went, and he just kept, and after about 20 minutes, they pulled him out of the ring. They threw in the white towel, and they pulled him out, and they started asking me questions. And when I could see them beyond the camera, that they looked stunned. They looked as white as this piece of paper, the production company people. And so then they said, well, tell us how you'd wrap this up if, whether you would choose him or not. I said, choose him? I wouldn't have interviewed the fuck to begin with. I would have thought that you had more presence of mind to put somebody in front of me that had a pair of balls, that could talk, could speak English, that wasn't a wimp fuck. Anyway, so they said...
is this the potential format for this series?
No, this is just one format.
This was just a test.
A test.
All right.
And they said, well, you obviously can perform in front of a camera.
Was it too much?
Oh, yeah, I thought it was too much.
Okay, right.
I thought I was.
Because you can't swear on television anyways.
Well, no, I asked them that.
Oh, right.
I asked them that. And right now, there's two different stations that are looking at it. One is a cable station, and one is not BBC, but another major station. And they said both times, they said, you can use bad words.
Okay.
And the one case, they'd bleep them out like they do for Ramsey, you know, the chef
People
guy.
like that. People
okay?
like, yeah.
And they said that, but this kid, and then after I went through this whole litany of stuff they said, so you wouldn't take him under your wing? And I said, are you deaf? What did I just say?
So what's happening? Is this going to happen?
Oh, well, it still might happen. And at the same time, we're talking to people in the U.S., and we're also talking about a potential documentary, Rags to Riches, Barrio Boy to Laird of Guthrie Castle, but that has happened because of my London Reel experience, okay?
This week on London Reel, I have a one-to-one chat with extreme entrepreneur Peter Sage.
Because most people have a death grip on how they think reality should look like, and all stress comes from life not fitting your pictures.
When you're not forcing something and you're actually enjoying everything that you do, you attract all of these people and all these energy and all these opportunities.
100%. I'm no longer sitting on the shore waiting for my ship to come in. That's Disneyland thinking. That's never going to happen.
People love to hear the victim story. That's all the news is.
If I understand other people rather than project my own model of the world onto them, then I'll have a little more tolerance in my life.
I'm curious what you think of psychedelics.